Federation in association with Winmore. This is the 2023 CT1 WDF Lakeside World Championship Men's Final. This is the home of World Darts. This is Lakeside! We welcome to the stage the former Catalonia Open and Slovak Open champion from the Netherlands, the countryman, Chris Landman! Four-time and reigning Czech Open champion, the reigning Australian Darts Open champion, the #1 seed from Belgium, Andy Barton!
Days ago, Scott Marsh and Sebastian Białecki kicked off this fantastic 2023 Lakeside WDF World Championship. We have had many thrills and spills in the intervening period, and 73 games later, we have reached our showpiece event. Andy Barton's the #1 ranked men's player in the WDF has shown exactly why it has been pure darting consistency from the man from Belgium. Białecki was dispatched in the last 32. He then made fairly light work of Scotsman Gary Stone in the last 16. Johnny Tata made things tricky in the quarterfinals before he came through. And then he defeated Dennis Nilsson 5-2 in the semi-finals with a brilliant 3-set burst. Chris Landman, in some respects, is a bit of a surprise finalist. Didn't play his best darts against Davy Kerwin and Thomas Youngans, but in the quarters and semis, he dispatched a couple of previous Lakeside champions, the defending winner Neil Duff in the quarters, and the semi-finalist Jelle Klaassen, who won in 2006. Andy Barton arrives here as the #1, and just starting with him, Scott, he's been the dominant force in the WDF this year. He's won 8 titles. He's miles in front in the ranking system. But that injects added pressure into him, because if he loses this final, this is what's going to be remembered.
100. Yeah, I totally agree. And if you have such an amazing season, you know, he came in as favourite. The rest of the players know what a great season he's had. And it's something that if he doesn't complete the job today, he will rue the opportunity. But once again, all those titles and awards on paper, we play on a dartboard, and this is a totally different game.
123. And already the Belgian is in a good position to break the Landman throw. He's in a much better position now.
75.
Landman with the advantage of winning the ball in the back room. Barton's straight at double 19. And talk about making a charge early on. Talk about laying down a marker.
Yeah, nice clean double 19 first start. That's exactly what you need to settle you down.
140.
But in these longer games, you have purple patches as players, and you're going to be playing well at some points. You'll be playing unbelievable and be taking legs and sets, and then you'll dip off and your opponent will take them. There's always a bit of to and fro in these longer games.
85.
It's making sure that you're throwing more than you're dipping. That's the main thing. One thing I do know about Andy Barton's, the reason he's number one is because if you give him chances and you drop off and you miss chances, he will sweep them up.
96.
2023 has been his year, and the confidence is sky high.
99.
In terms of raw numbers, he's been, by and large, a long way the best player in the field.
140.
3 averages of 94 and 1 of 93. And if he carries on in that vein, Chris Lamont will have to have the performance of a lifetime.
This will require 40.
Double 5.
30. And you require 40.
Early double trouble for the Dutchman.
In charge of the second leg.
No such thing for Andy Barton's.
Third leg is Chris to throw first. Game on.
First to 6 sets here.
140.
It could be a marathon match. Lamont could become the 4th Dutchman to win this title after
100.
Raymond van Barneveld, Jelle Klaassen and Christian Kist. Completely new territory for Belgium.
50.
They're a darting nation on the up. And if Barton's wins here, the interest will just skyrocket.
180.
Lovely reply from Landman. Straight back at him there. It's Landman's darts. Surely not. 3 on the bounce.
140. Christian Lepar, 130.
The crowd truly getting into this now. Loving the big scoring.
49. And you require 81.
For a first set win, 3 straight legs. Barton's wants the bit in the middle.
56. Christian require 82.
Second time in the match already, he's dipped very low at that bullseye.
I would have gone treble 14 in that situation.
And you require
Hit the big 14 and get yourself a dart at the ball. Minimum requirement. Barton's, that's his preferred route for 25. He usually polishes it up.
in charge of the first set. Andy Barton.
And that's all about habit, that is, when you go in that route.
And even though we're playing in the pressure cooker environment of a final, 25, no problem at all for Barton's. Quite interesting, really, looking at the head-to-head record, because these two have played on different circuits by and large this year. Andy is completely focused on the WDF. He wants this world title. Chris Lamont has largely played PDC stuff. He played at Minehead in the Players' Championship finals at the back end of last month. He's played some top-quality arrows this year. As a result, only one previous meeting, quarter-final of the Helvetia Open last year, and Andy Barton's won that 4-3.
95. $27.
And Lamont cannot afford visits like that. Otherwise, Barton's will be into the sunset.
100.
137.
That's better from Landman.
151. 100. Chris, you require 142. 100. And you require 51.
A little pressure asserted to the 51. Tops the preferred route. And that is why. It's just a holder throw at the moment.
He's been good on all his doubles this week, but he has been particularly devastating on tops. Just going through the numbers before the game, and Andy's before tonight hit 44% of his doubles in the whole tournament. And the reason why he can maintain those high averages, it's not just because of his brilliant scoring. He doesn't waste too many chances.
No, he doesn't. Going back to the point, if Landman keeps missing like he did earlier at tops, he will mop those up all day long, Will Bartons.
96.
And don't forget, back in that Duff game, Duff had 4 match starts at Landman. He dodged a bullet in that game.
60.
Klaassen was 3-1 up, but didn't get a dart to win the match because Landman reeled off 4 of the most spectacular sets, and there was one that wasn't spectacular, where Jelle Klaassen could have actually gone 4-2 up, and that was the big turning point in the match. It was a scrappy old leg, and it got Landman back to 3-3, and then he put the hammer down and won his semi-final 5-3.
60.
Yeah, he's shown some real stones to get through to this stage of the competition, because the performances against David Kerwin and Thomas Youngens weren't great by any means, but he managed to get the job done. And then, as you mentioned, survived 4 match starts against last year's champion Neil Duff. And that burst of 4 sets against Jelle Klaassen was probably one of the best mini sessions of play we've seen all week.
Yeah, it certainly was.
In charge of the second leg, Andy Barton.
Barton's going through here unchallenged at the minute. Landman will want it to get close. I know it's on the Barton's throw this set, but he is taking full advantage of it.
100.
Even watching him on the walk-on, he looked entirely focused. Didn't necessarily want to engage with too many fans. He wasn't ignoring them, he was still high-fiving, but you could tell his mind was solely on this game. The biggest game of his life.
Let me just tell you, having that little star on your shirt does change your life.
105.
You've not got to let it change it for a bad thing. You've got to let it change it for what it is.
100. And you require 120.
But 6 straight legs and a 2-set lead. Almost perfect from Andy Bartons. He has yet to miss a beat. That is 3 straight legs taken on his favourite tops, and Chris Landman has been caught in a Bartons whirlwind. He gives the camera a bit of a knowing nod there. Bartons is on absolute fire, and he leads the countryman by 2-0.
This program is brought to you by Benji Marine Engine Repair and Trading, specialized in Wärtsilä engines with a 24-hour-a-day, high-quality, worldwide service. And by Hemeco Storage Systems, your one-stop storage system solution with over 100 years of experience. The 45th annual Win More Fleetwood Memorial Las Vegas Open will be held from January 19th till the 21st. Sin City welcomes you to come and play in the entertainment capital of the world. Both men's and women's champions will win places at the 2024 WDF World Championships. The Romanian Darts Festival is from January the 26th till January the 28th. Come join the party in Bucharest. Register to play by Wednesday the 24th of January. The Toto Dutch Open Darts is held from February 1st till February 4th. Registration is open until January the 16th. The Toto Dutch Open Darts is by far the largest darts party in the world that you should not miss. And the men's and women's champions go to the Lakeside in December 2024. The Swiss Open and Helvetia Open tournaments are held from May 31st till June the 2nd. One of the longest running tournaments in Europe invites you to join them in the most beautiful surroundings you'll find in Europe. The Swedish Open and Masters is held from August 16th till 18th. A popular tournament for many of Europe's best aerosmiths. For more information on each of these tournaments, go to the link in the description.
Welcome back to the final of the 2023 WDF Men's World Championship here at Lakeside, where we just witnessed a Barton's blitz, a Barton's bulldozing of Chris Landman. Landman has had the powers of recovery on many occasions in this tournament, but does he have it in him to overcome this brilliant performance from the #1 seed? These next few legs absolutely vital for the 42-year-old from the Netherlands. And it was so notable that Andy Bartons went off for about 30 seconds, then came back on, and he was throwing dart after dart after dart. 85. He is tunnel visioned on the dartboard right now.
Now, it's a funny thing to go back in the back room during the final. People will look at you, people won't approach you generally, but you can feel the air of tension in the back room. Generally, when I was in the final, I went in the back room, had a comfort break, never took my darts with me. I didn't want to throw on a different board. My son was in the back room with me. Richie George was actually in the back room with me on that occasion, and he's here tonight, funny enough. But yeah, and I just had a chat with them, and we talked about what was going on, and then I came back out. And that was the way we did it. But Andy doesn't, if you're 2 sets up, I suppose you don't want a break. You don't want to be back in the room with anything taking your mind off of what you've just achieved and what you've done. It's sort of like, if it's an American football game, we're in the first quarter's over and done with, and he's ahead.
He has the biggest checkout of the week. He could break his own record.
119. Chris 56.
Chris has got to polish these off, and that's exactly what he didn't do. He had a couple of chances in the first 2 sets and didn't manage to get Bartons on the back foot by hitting them. So that's something that he'll be happy with, that he's opened up.
140.
As I mentioned in the first set, going through Barton's numbers, 44% on the doubles.
95.
Remarkable, really, that Chris has got to the final by missing over 100 darts at double, 54 out of 163 for the tournament. So it was important for him when cleaning up that 56 that there was no messing about. There have been too many times where we've seen him have 3 darts at a double in hand and he's not taken them.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a county manager that keeps telling me sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And in darts, you need a bit of luck to win anything big. You need a bit of luck. And Lamb is now here, and he's got to turn that luck into positivity and get his game out there. This is the world final. You do not want them to be leaving having played your B game. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. If you put your best game out there and your opponent beats you, you just shake him by the hand and go, it was your day.
65. Chris 140. 56.
For a lot of other players, 135 would be a big ask. But for Andy Bartons, it still is too big an ask.
This should require 84.
So 14, double 11.
62. And you require 25.
But it's not like he's missing by minute bits there. He missed by a country mile. And it invites Bartons to come back in and take it.
The leg is Chris to throw first. Iman.
Hold of throw for Andy Bartons.
140.
Chris has definitely lifted his game since the break. There's no two ways about that.
140.
But Bartons is going with him.
140.
Belgium's most famous darts fan, Jackie.
First you require 81. Game shot and a third one.
Real authority from Chris Landman. A 12 darter landed on the bullseye.
59.
Just reminding Bartons that he's in a game. You may have started quickly. It's all about how you finish.
60.
Just ask Jelle Klassen. It was a properly crazy game of darts last night.
174.
174 called by our referee, Garin Roderick, in his second year here at Lakeside, and he's been given the chance to referee the first half of the final in a super edition.
98.
And I'll thank him for his company in the comms box for games this week.
60. And you require 170.
Could it? Oh. Yay! Finally, the 170 is gone.
If any one player was going to do that, of course it was going to be Andy Bartons.
Yeah, absolutely.
100.
Absolutely. Just when you think Landman's getting back into the game,
59.
that is going to give him a big lift at the end of this set.
100.
Back-to-back 12 darters. One from Chris, one from Andy.
95. 100.
Said their pace would suit each other. That's exactly what's happening here.
167, numerically smaller, but more difficult because of the switching. This is frightening. This is frightening.
142. Chris, you require 141. 65. And you require 25.
17 it will be. Double 4 he will aim at first. Double 2 he's polished off.
Game shot
and continues to do.
Andy Bartons. 4 set, first leg, it's Andy 2.
That 170 at the end of leg 4 in set 3. Massive turning point in the game. And went
100.
Changed the momentum totally from Landman to Bartons.
100.
Highest average of the tournament has been 97.4 from Dennis Nilsson against Wesley Plaisier in the quarterfinals.
140.
The way Bartons is going, he's not just going to beat that, he's going to annihilate it.
140.
Averaging 101 right now.
And doesn't seem to be easing up any.
140.
Thus far, a masterful performance from the world number one.
85.
Well, he's that confident, he doesn't feel like he needs to leave a dart at the bull last in hand. It's what Chris Landman needs.
96. And you require 36. 32.
Wow.
25.
Double eight.
Game shot to the first leg. Chris Landman.
Finally, Bartons misses a chance. And Landman sneaks one off of him.
Game on.
It's a breaker throw.
100.
The longer Chris Landman goes without winning a set, the less he'll believe he can win.
45. 60.
Wesley Plaisier enjoying himself.
136.
But he wishes he could be on the stage right now.
95.
The only way that would have been possible would have been for him to get past Dennis Nilsson and then Bartons. Good luck with that.
He looks to be having a good time where he is.
125.
Little Dicky. Sat in the crowd enjoying the World Championships. He always does.
81. 140. And you require 114. 58. Chris, you require 46.
6 tops.
26. And you require 56.
So once again, after sneaking a leg, he hands Bartons a chance to get it straight back.
46.
Bartons does not convert.
20.
Jackie rubbing his head there. He will be if this double 10 goes in.
10.
And once again, double trouble curses the countryman.
No score. Chris, you require 10.
What's happening here?
In charge for the second leg.
Landman double, that's what's happening here.
Third leg. Britannia to throw first. Game on.
2 legs up in set 4.
100.
You'd have seen in the walk-on that Chris Landman has got his wife and his kids with him here at the lakeside.
140.
Yeah, his wife's Clarissa. Saw her pop up earlier on one of the camera shots.
93. 100. 100. 100.
First to 6 sets. We will get breaks after the 4th, 6th and 8th set if we get that far. And then sets 9, 10 and 11, if required, will go straight to the end.
And you require 108. Game shot and a third down.
Barton's back in this set.
Fourth leg, Chris through first. Iman.
When you keep polishing those off,
100.
it just puts that doubt in your opponent's mind when he gets down round those 50 to 80 shot outs if you're around the ton.
140.
And again, it's giving Barton's a lift on the Landman throw. Landman was looking, with all intents and purposes, of taking that last leg and into position, but the 108 from Barton's gives another momentum swing.
100.
Good response though from Landman.
Chris, you require 121. $105.
Nice setup from Landman. He'll be coming back for double 8 for the set.
60. Chris, you require 16.
Chance he must take. A chance he does take. Chris Landman is on the board. Andy Bartons was threatening to whitewash him in sets, but Landman is made of tougher stuff than that, as we have seen on several occasions this week. He'll now believe a little bit more that he can go on and become world champion. Andy Bartons is still in command, but Chris Landman is behind him. It is Bartons 3, Landman 1.
This program is brought to you by Benji Marine Engine Repair and Trading, specialized in Wärtsilä engines with a 24-hour-a-day, high-quality, worldwide service. And by Hemeco Storage Systems, your one-stop storage system solution with over 100 years of experience. The 45th annual Win More Fleetwood Memorial Las Vegas Open will be held from January 19th till the 21st. Sin City welcomes you to come and play in the entertainment capital of the world. Both men's and women's champions will win places at the 2024 WDF World Championships. The Romanian Darts Festival is from January the 26th till January the 28th. Come join the party in Bucharest. Register to play by Wednesday the 24th of January. The Toto Dutch Open Darts is held from February 1st till February 4th. Registration is open until January the 16th. The Toto Dutch Open Darts is by far the largest darts party in the world that you should not miss. And the men's and women's champions go to the Lakeside in December 2024. The Swiss Open and Helvetia Open tournaments are held from May 31st till June the 2nd. One of the longest running tournaments in Europe invites you to join them in the most beautiful surroundings you'll find in Europe. The Swedish Open and Masters is held from August 16th till 18th. A popular tournament for many of Europe's best aerosmiths. For more information on each of these tournaments, go to the link in the description. A special thank you to our tournament sponsors Winmore, A&G Travel Group, iDarts, Dart Connect, CT1 and Quiff.
Andy Bartons still in command. But Chris Landman was able to exploit 1 or 2 weak visits from the brilliant Belgian. It was a good set from the countryman to win going into the break. Bartons with a bit of extra thinking to do now. Landman will hope to carry the form from set 4 into this 2-set session.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
We've had a changeover of referee, and for the final time on the Lakeside stage, we welcome Charlie Corstefine, who is leaving for pastures new.
140.
A top bloke who will be sorely missed from this stage, and a top referee as well.
59.
Chris Landman, at very few points of this tournament, has shown his A game. Go back to that burst of 4 sets that saw him recover from 3-1 down to beat Jelle Klaasen. But in none of his 4 matches, he's averaged above 90, whereas Andy Barton's lowest average has been 93. Barton's just has that extra gear.
126.
Well, it's like an overdrive, isn't it? It's an extra gear that he just cruises along.
60.
He does drop off on occasions, all dart players do, but when he does drop off over this long distance, you've got to be on top of him.
100, and you require 160.
Already Barton's is threatening a break of throw. Needs treble 20.
But that last score of 100 from Landman made him not hit that treble 20. So now he's got to take this.
Game shot the first leg. Chris Landman.
And he has to claw his way back into this game. Slowly but surely, whether it's taking mistakes from Andy or whether having to blow him away with scoring.
He took your very wise advice, Scott.
We've all been there, mate. That's what it is.
140.
We've all been there.
Just watching this final, are you getting flashbacks and reminiscing about yours being in the same room as one?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. A final I was in to and fro between Adams and I, and there were a few big moments, and I managed to win one more of them than he did. And that's how tight the margins can be. We were both, I think, had a 93 average in that one.
Andy Barton has an 11 darter.
Thirdly, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
And that's around the mark you've got to be in these finals to win them.
91.
You have to stand up there and tell yourself, special moments, special people. And get yourself through those moments.
55.
From Barton's point of view, this week has not just been about obviously winning, but essentially justifying the hype.
34.
Proving why so many people are talking about him.
Absolutely, and the fact that he's the number one and he's taken all that pressure all week. You know, he doesn't have an interview without being mentioned that he's the number one. It starts to grate a little bit at times, I can tell you.
97.
But once it's gone, you wish you were at number one all week, all the time. Being number one in the rankings is the most amazing feeling.
And you require 170.
Being number one in the rankings and world champion is an even better feeling.
60. Chris require 155.
Wanted treble 19.
139, and you require 110.
Probably the worst dart Andy Barton has thrown
70.
all week. Worst 2 darts.
60. 14.
Once again,
And you require 40.
errors from Landman.
Game shot the third leg. And Barton.
Errors that have been characteristically punished.
Game on.
He's in the background there shaking his head, he can't believe it.
99.
Landman is one of the more honest players about his game. He doesn't need telling, he knows.
60.
And when he comes off, he doesn't ever blame another player. He doesn't ever get upset. He just knows that he hasn't done it or he has done it.
100. 81. 138.
Lovely setup from Bartons.
100.
Once again, it's that clear-headed thinking. Correct board management.
And you require 81.
There's Andy's very nervous-looking girlfriend, Steph. She'll be less nervous if he takes out this bullseye to go 4-1 up.
56. Christian require 160.
Big ask from Landman to take the 160 to stay in the set.
140.
Pressures the 25 of Bartons. Bartons goes 17. Double 4. Double 2.
Game shot the fifth set. Andy Bartons.
He's been so good at those because he's had several opportunities at the bullseye. Apart from the 170, all of them have gone wide of the mark. But 25 is one of those shots that players practice religiously because they know they're going to be left on it on a number of occasions.
60.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, I still prefer the 9 route because it gives you a good go at double 8 and still get a go at double 4. Whereas the 17s route, if you miss the double 4, you're back down to double 2. It's not a double that you're always throwing at.
140.
Well, you like not to be thrown at it very often, I can tell you. Because something's gone drastically wrong with 3 or 6 darts before you if you get heading down to double 2.
Although in defence of Bartons, that's 3 legs now. He's won on double 2.
Oh, you don't mind if you're winning them like it, that's for sure.
140. 99. And you require 161. 65. 99. And you require 96.
12.
72. Christian require 167.
He's given Landman chances, but they're like 164, 167.
142. And you require 24.
Not far away.
These break your heart when they go.
18.
Not to be this time.
25. 21.
And once again,
And you require 6.
Landman reads his script.
Madhouse.
No score. Christian requires
I must admit, I thought he was going to split that because he's been so good on double 2. I was convinced he'd go 2 for double 2. And then Landman thinks, I'll have a go at that myself.
Second leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
It'll be annoying for Andy because it shouldn't go unnoticed that winning that 5th set was a break of throw.
100.
Throwing first in this 6th set.
135. 100. 77.
Good recovery from Bartons there. Andy finding himself in the 5s.
140. 140.
Win here
91.
for the Belgian would mean masses to Belgian darts. There's no two ways about it. They have their superstars out there.
65.
Dimitri van der Berg and Kim Hybricks. This would be
100.
This would be some win and boost to darts in Belgium.
80. And he requires
Shows
80.
Barton was right to go for the full 180 and leave double 9.
Game shot on the second leg. Andy Barton.
He's getting most things right.
Third leg, it's Andy to throw first. Game on.
Because it's an unusual number to leave on purpose. Landman may have looked at it and thought, oh, all right. Maybe get a little bit distracted.
100.
Call it the old dead cat shot.
Absolutely.
100. 44. 60. 58. 99.
'Go to the 18s. Chooses to stay.
171.
What do I know?
Tidy, tidy. If you got 2 in there, you just want to put 3 in there, Dan.
28.
Barton's knew he didn't have to go the 18 route for that.
60. 130. And you require 68.
Double 4.
60. Christian requires 52.
When you 4-1 up in sets, those usually just drop in. So a chance for Landman.
32.
And another chance goes begging.
And you require 8. Game shot on the third leg. Andy Barton.
And once again, Andy Barton's tied. He's up.
Fourth leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
The start of the game spoke about Andy Barton's proclivity
21.
with tops. But I'll tell you something, throughout the duration of this tournament, he's been brilliant on double 4 and double 2. Those small, awkward numbers that some players will go to lengths to avoid. He's snatched them. They're under his grasp.
85. 49. 41.
A lot of head shaking going on there from Landman.
60.
Mary and Teresa enjoying their night at the Arras.
43.
Absolutely. Landman now starting to panic. Really chastising himself. He knows that was a chance to get back in this leg.
100.
Barton's just turned the throw around on him. He's going to need a double treble visit here to try and get it back.
60.
And then you're having a bit of luck there. That one didn't even go in. It's all starting to weigh down on Landman's shoulders.
60.
Well, the bounce out in the first visit, I think, has set the tone for this leg.
60.
18 darts and not a finish.
37.
Barton's could be close to finishing off Landman. He wants double 10.
117. 59. And you require 20.
Double 10 coming in then.
Game shot on the 6th there. Andy Barton.
Number 6 goes Barton's way.
Andy Barton has won nearly 10 titles in the WDF this year. The biggest one coming in Australia, winning the Open against Neil Duff. He was the runner-up in the Dutch Open, losing out to Barry Van Peer. Disappointment there. He has not let that affect him for the entirety of 2023 as a calendar year. The winning machine looks like he is rolling on, still unbeaten since the end of September. And Chris Lambert, unless he manages somehow to win 5 consecutive sets, will be the latest victim in the Barton's onslaught. Charlie Kostafine is about to call game on. Chris Lambert has the throw. There is now no more margin for error for the Dutchman. He has to be note perfect from now on. He has to find the form that saw him beat Klaassen last night, and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, all that and more, I would suggest.
135.
And he's been so solid. You can't see Chris getting 5 sets before Andy gets 1. And that's the honest answer to this, really.
100.
And you now start to think and question, did Lambert have 2 finals already? One against Neil Duff and one against
60.
Jelle Klaassen. So you could say he's come through 2 mini finals already.
100.
Has that taken it out of him? I also feel there's an advantage here when you play the semi-final in the afternoon and not the evening. I think you've got more downtime in the afternoon, more time to let the adrenaline drop down so you get a normal night's sleep. Whereas it's late in the evening, the adrenaline's still pumping for 2 hours after the game.
Double 13. He chose to stay on the treble 20, and he was vindicated. It is another major, massive checkout for Andy Barton.
He knew he was only going to get 1 dart at it. The chances are Lambert would take the 60 is how you'd approach that mentally. And he then knew 2 darts at the treble for 1 dart at the double. Doesn't matter what double it was. There's Andy's partner there, still worried, 5-1 up.
55.
Well, Andy Barton is playing like a man who's got a 6 a.m. flight to Belgium. He's got to get to the airport. He's got to pack his suitcase when he gets home.
57.
He's in a hurry.
To be fair, he's always in a hurry, mate, to be honest. Especially when he puts his foot to that hockey.
59.
But he's showed a controlled hurriedness this week.
Yeah, that is a good way of putting it, because sometimes Lambert is so much in a hurry, he becomes erratic, but there's never really been any erratic spells from Barton.
No, I'm a firm believer when it's your time, and
95. And you require 107.
You'd be a brave man to bet against it. It's Andy's time this year.
47. 42. And you require 60.
Can he sneak it underneath? Yes, he can. And now Andy Barton is 1 leg away from the ultimate prize.
Christopher first. Come on. 123. 99. 100.
When you're in this situation and you're just one leg away in your head, you're just trying to hold it all together. Your family are around you. You can see them just biting their nails and being nervous, and you try to avoid that eye contact. You try and keep the game as normal as possible in your head.
126. Pressure reply 138. 58. And you reply 136.
It could happen now. It leaves 16 for tops.
All about believing in the moment. It's all about believing in the moment. You dreamed of this moment.
70.
You've dreamed of this moment all your life. Now you're at that point.
And you reply 40.
Andy Bartons requires tops. Andy Bartons has won the right to call himself the first ever Belgian champion.
WDF World Champion.
He has been the best player this week. He has been the most consistent player this week. He has proven why he is the #1 man. Belgian darts has been booming for some time. It is going to skyrocket to another level now. The absolutely brilliant Andy Bartons is your 2023 Lakeside World Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, a massive round of applause for our finalist as he leaves the stage, Chris Wanda! We now move straight into our presentation, and we welcome to the stage Teresa Franklin and Joanne Potter, the daughters of the late, great Bob Potter, OBE. Receiving £50,000, the magnificent Champions Trophy, and the title of CT1 WDF Lakeside Men's World Champion, the Beast from the East, Andy Bartons!
Andy Bartons, congratulations. We saw you celebrating on the floor, world #1 and now a world champion to match. Can you put into words what it feels like to finally achieve the dream?
Yeah, I dreamed a long time for this. Now I'm standing here, I'm world champion, I'm happy.
Tonight, you were simply on fire. We saw glimpses of genius from you. How did you do it? How did you find such flow when it mattered the most?
Yeah, lots of training. I trained 3-4 months, 3-4 hours per day, and now this performance, I'm very happy.
What a sensational year you've had overall. Talk to me about the self-belief you have. You haven't been beaten since September.
Yeah, I have a lot of confidence, so they must put a good performance to beat me, so I'm the world champion now. Maybe they will become better today, tomorrow, we will see.
Okay, you did deserve it. What a thing for you and for Belgium as well. Before we leave, a credit to your opponent. He took down 2 former world champions, but he couldn't take down the world #1. A credit to his performance though.
Yeah, of course, Chris is also a very good player. He took a final at the PDC Pro Tour, so he's also very good.
Congratulations, Andy. Take this back to Belgium. Belgium's first ever world champion.
Thank you very much.